Julle was al by JP Motorsport. Seker heel wat van julle wat vanaand hier is, né? Noem gou vir my, kom iemand 'n prys kry? As hy vir my kan sê een van die manne wat daar werk. Noem van een van die manne wat daar werk se naam en ek gee vir jou 'n prysie van hulle kant af.
Right, here we go with the 2.1 modified saloons, the 444 Titan Tools car of Tertius van Tonder II. Alongside him, the Crystal Union Racing 57 car, the Audi of Festus Lindstrom, the Perfect Panel Beater sponsored car of Cecil Minders, the S18 on the second row of the grid. On the outside of that, GC Concrete, High Performance Exhaust Center, the Artec Racing sponsored car of Christopher Burish, the reigning South African 1660 champion. Ruler Volfart and the number 11 car on the third row on the inside. On the outside of that, Andries Brandt from Andries Brandt Transport. Then it is Burger van der Westhuizen, the local man, RJR Racing, and Kells being the main sponsor on that motor car. Then the RAW Projects car of Alistair Simpson, the local man, on the back row of the grid. On the inside is Tyron J. Els, that's the Worcester Gearbox Centre car. And then alongside that, Gavin Fleming in the Handy Boys car. PR Services also involved with the Team G vehicle, as well as Fast Oils as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them out there. 9 flexis and 1 tin top. So the highest point scorer so far is Tertius van Tonder, Festus Lindstrom, the second highest point scorer. That's the order that they are in according to the points that they have scored so far. So Tertius van Tonder off the line, and Festus Lindstrom holding as tight as what he possibly can. Doesn't want to get himself onto that outside line. He knows that Cecil Minders is pretty quick out there. Look at that, Cecil Minders right there with them. It's going to be Andries Brandt that's right in there with Volfart as well. Look at the 51 car. He had a bit of problems last night at Van der Westhuizen. He's got that car nice and neatly sorted out overnight and out there and having lots of fun. A little bit of damage to the left-hand front suspension and the right-hand back corner of the Worcester Gearbox Centre car, and they got that all taped up nice and neatly, and that car's also looking pretty good. So two good friends at the front of the pack in Tertius van Tonder and Festus Lindstrom. Cecil Minders having a very, very nice run, I must say. The two of them had a couple of very good dices last night. Cecil Minders was surprisingly quick, was very quick in fact, was Cecil Minders, and that's why he correctly is the third highest point scorer going into tonight's racing. Youngest driver out there probably is Tyrone Els. He's still a school-going young man, and probably the second youngest driver out there will be probably Gavin Fleming. Right, 9 more laps to go. It's a nice long race. There's lots of space and time for them. The Titan Tools car of Tertius van Tonder doing a very nice job of stretching the pack out at the front and looking pretty decent. Festus Lindstrom riding a very wide line, trying to get as much power down as quick as possible. Somehow Tertius van Tonder is just so smooth with that motor car. He manages to carry the speed so well through the corners, and that translates into the result that he gets out there. Race meeting for race meeting, a point scoring machine is Tertius van Tonder. Festus Lindstrom in that second. Cecil Minders, look at the GC Concrete car of the reigning South African 1660 champion. He's right in there with them, and different signage on that car looking very, very nice, I must say. And Gavin Fleming bringing up the tail end of the field. He's having lots of fun out there with that little Golfie. Oh, pieces of bodywork that's flying off the car of the local lad, Van der Westhuizen Jr., Dirk Van der Westhuizen's son. Looks like he's lost the path of the front bumper as he went down the back main. A little bit of problems there for the RAW Projects car. I must say, Alistair Simpson is normally pretty quick with that motor car. He rides all around the country as well, often seen down at Tiger McGrath and places like that. And he also goes to the Worcester Motor Club as well. So he's having a very nice run out there right now. A bit of pressure now for the Tiger 2's 444 car of Tertius van Tonder, Festus Lindstrom in the Crystal Union Racing unit has gone right onto the back bumper of Tertius. and giving him quite a bit of pressure right now. Festus up on the inside. Festus Lindstrom up on the inside. There we go. Rubbing his racing. He's got his way through. Just took the back bumper off that motor car right on the last. Bits and pieces of bodywork now laying on the circuit, and looks like Simpson went straight over the top of that. Just 2 more laps to go. Can Festus Lindstrom keep the pressure on and stretch out the legs of the Titan Tools entry? Cecil Minders once again in a very competitive place. I'll tell you what, he's done very well for himself. Andries Brunt also having a pretty nice run out there in 4th place is not that far off the pace of the front cars. The checkered flag comes out. Festus Lindstrom will be super tough to that. Taja van Tonder second. Cecil Minders coming through just ahead of Andries Brunt. Volfart coming through just behind the George Motor Club entry. A&D Auto Repairs, Fast Oils, Richard Grissom Repairs, and Protec, as well as Stellenbosch Towing involved with that motor car. Tyrant Giles, Worcester Gearbox Centre alongside that. Then it's Alistair Simpson, second row on the inside. Burger van der Westhuizen and Rarima Motors, Aluminium Profiles, Volco Engineering Supplies, Oppies Bakwerke, and Print Shop Signage on that motor car. Andries Brunt, RYW for food, and then alongside that a ruler for Volfart in the 11 car. Then we got Christopher Burish in the TC Concrete car, Perfect Panel Beaters car of Cecil Minders, then Christopher Yoon Racing car Festus Lindstrom, and the Titan Tools car of Tatus van Tonder. Sure, Gavin Fleming on that pole position, that little tin-top Golfie. How is he going to handle this one? All he can do probably is to sit on that inside line, sit there nice and tight, and force the others to go around the outside. Heavily outgunned, but what the hell? He's out there, he's on the track, he's going to enjoy this one. And all the highest point scorers are going to be coming off the back of the pack. Right, here we go. Down into turn number 1. Who's going to get the whole shot? Well, Tyler Nelson, Gavin Fleming having contact as they go into the corner. And it was the left-hand back wheel that hooked up on Tyron Else. It looks like the front bumper of Simpson. Let's just check if those drivers are all okay. Alignment on that car is still pretty much correct. As they come off the line, there's going to be Burger van der Westhuizen. It's going to get back right around the outside. Alistair Simpson right in there as well. Alistair Simpson up into that second position. Gavin Fleming runs it pretty wide, hard up against the wall. It's going to be Christopher Burish, then the whole pack piling up on that inside line. Festus Lindstrom now starting to make the move. And Rudolf Volfart that's trying to stick it through there. It's still Tatus van Tonder at the back of the pack. Oh, there's a major pile up. Simpson hammers it into the wall, and that's nose first into the wall for Alistair Simpson. That's going to take him right out of it. The yellow, full course yellow. Slow it all down. Yeah, a full course yellow, and a lot of cars picking up a lot of damage. Let's hope that Alistair Simpson is all fine. Unfortunately, pulling a tight line through the corner. The tail then flicked out. He tried. Right, here we go. It's going to be Burger van der Westhuizen. And wow, look how he gets the hammer down. Bang! Gets the tail behind him. Then it's Christopher Burish is the next one behind that. Then it's Rudolf Volfart. Look at Festus Lindstrom. He's going to have to try and stay ahead of Tatus van Tonder. And try, whoopsie, up on the inside he goes of Andries Brunt. So that's looking pretty decent. Rudolf Volfart that he went past there. Andries Brunt is the second car out there. So the local man doing exceptionally well in the Cal-sponsored 51 car. Burger van der Westhuizen, a young lad that has got his provincial colours already in a motorsport. On that motor car, so JP Spares is involved with that motor car. JP Spare is also the main sponsor of last night and tonight's racing. Down the back main they go, the reigning 1660 South African 2-4 SA champion in that third position. Right up there behind Festus Lindstrom. Festus minus the left-hand rear corner of that bumper. That was broken off on an earlier passing maneuver tonight as he went past up on the inside of Tassus van Tonder in the 444 Titan Tools car. Now up on the inside of Christopher Beerwich, running Christopher Beerwich wide. Festus Lindstrom taking no prisoners, making sure that he got Christopher Beerwich out onto the loose. Wow, Festus Lindstrom, Christopher Youth Motorsport, look at this. He's the guy that's really working his way through the pack right now. Festus Lindstrom, resident in Langebaan on the west coast, is Festus Lindstrom. Man that used to have the Goon Light sponsorship when he was still working on the rigs. Stays out there in Langebaan, and he's now, whoa, dives it up on the inside, makes contact unfortunately with Andries Brunt, and that's going to bring out the big yellow. Well, we had, of course, a yellow flag came out and then got retracted. Well, we're going to lose another car onto the infield, so 4 cars that's not going to make it to the end. 3 more laps to go. It's Burger van der Westhuizen that's leading them around, looking very good out there, I must say. RCR Racing also involved with that motor car. GC Concrete car in second place of Christopher Beerwich. The Titan Tools car is battling this one out. He was the highest point scorer going into tonight's racing, now lying in a somewhat distant 4th position, not managing to go any further forward than that right now. Coming up in there behind him is Andries Brunt. I don't think Andries Brunt, with 1 lap to go, will be able to beat Tassus van Tonder. So Tassus will probably log up a 4th position for his efforts with this one. Checkered flag comes out for Burger van der Westhuizen. Second will go to Christopher Beerwich. Third will go to Festus Lindstrom. 4th will go to Tassus van Tonder. Andries Brunt coming through. Right, here we go with the finals in the 2.1 class. The Titan Tools car of Tassus van Tonder right up front. Alongside that is Festus Lindstrom, the second highest point scorer. Christopher Beerwich, the GC Concrete car. And then the next one in there is Andries Brunt. So Christopher Beerwich, the man on the bubble, the third highest point scorer. If he can keep everything else behind him and let Festus and Tassus fight it out, he's going to be in the trophies. Should Andries Brunt pass him, all the Van der Westhuizen young man, it's going to be a very difficult call for him to get up into that top 3. So let's see how close it's going to be this time around. It's Tassus van Tonder, it's Festus Lindstrom, Andries Brunt in there behind that. Then it is the GC Concrete car of the reigning 1660 national champion. In there behind that is Van der Westhuizen Jr., Cecil Mendes. Filming it's up on the inside of Tyrone Els. Sounds like Tyrone has got a bit of a misfire on the car of Tyrone Els. So Gavin Fleming in the Golfy moves up 1 position. Looks like it's going to be Rudolf Wolfart that's in there behind Cecil Mendes as they work that out for the third one. Andries looking very, very good at this stage of the fight. He's had a pretty good event overall at the George Motor Club this weekend. Cecil Mendes in 6th position. So it's all about the GC Concrete car. Has he got enough points if he stays in that 4th position to get a 3rd overall? I'm not too sure what the points are. You'll probably know what the mathematics are behind that one. Coming up at the back of the field there is the Worcester Gearbox Centre car of Tyrone Els and Gavin Fleming. The two of them having a dice as they go down the back straight. Tyrone making contact on the right-hand back corner, but holding that one all together. Just ahead of that, Rudolf Wolfart, and then in front of that is Cecil Mendes. In front of Cecil Mendes from Springbok, it is Van der Westhuizen Jr. So the GC Concrete car still there in that 4th position. Festus Lindstrom rubbing the back bumper of the Titan Tools car of Tassus van Tonder. The two of them are great buddies on and off the circuit. They will do whatever to ensure that they don't damage one another's cars at all. But believe you me, when they race hard. So with 5 laps to go, it's all about Tassos van Tonder and Ferdinand Lindstrom. The two of them slowly but surely pulling away from Andries Brandt. Remember, Andries Brandt is a top competitor from Tygerberg Raceway, and he's accustomed to being right there where it counts. Oh, Festus ran it a bit wide. That gives a bit of space with 4 to go. Just a little bit of space now for Tassos van Tonder. That could be the deciding factor between the two of them in terms of first and second places. 4 more to go. Titan Tools, 444, Tassos van Tonder the second, Christopher Yoon Racing, Festus Lindstrom in the Audi. Coming past the start finish line with 3 to go, Andries Brandt's RVW for Fu being the main sponsor on that car. In that third position, GC Concrete in there behind that. It's the George Motor Club's one and only Christopher Burish. Then in front of that is Van der Westhuizen. Is having a mediocre final according to his normal very high standards, but let's be honest, he's up against some amazingly quick car driver combinations out there. So just 1 more lap to go, the white flag comes out. It's all about Tassos van Tonder. Tassos van Tonder the second from Frederick Renshaw. Now it's going to be Christopher Burish that's putting all types of pressure onto the tail end there of Andries Brandt out in the back main for the last time. Can Andries Brandt absorb the pressure? It looks like he can. Tassos van Tonder, hand out the window from Festus Lindstrom. Andries Brandt comes through in third. Burish in fourth, Van der Westhuizen in fourth, Cecil Minders in sixth. Rudolf Wolfhard in 7. It's Tyrone Els, and then Gavin Kivney coming through behind that.